Hello, today I'm going to be talking about the 7 things you must not do when investing on an online platform. I've met a lot of people crying, oh, I lost all my money in NMK investment, oh, I lost all my money in Lulu investment program. The truth of the matter is people are always going to fall victims of Ponzi schemes. People are always going to lose their monies while investing, especially while investing online, right? But the truth is, you can protect yourself so you do not become one of these people, right? Even if you've been losing monies in the past. I have also had my own fair share of losses, right? So it is because of this experience of mine, coupled with other people's experiences, that I have come up with these 7 things you must not do so you can protect yourself from possible future losses. Now, without further ado, the first on my list is this. Do not invest in a company or in an investment program that the CEO or the founder is unknown, right? I'm going to explain that in a second. Do not invest in a company where the CEO or the founder is unknown. Now, when I say unknown, the founder must not be as popular as Tune Lumelu or as popular as Aliko Dangote. When I say unknown, I mean when you make your research about that program, you cannot find a name or a picture ascribed to the founder of that investment program. That is a red flag. Do not invest. If you find a name and a picture of the founder of that investment program, and that founder is not actively promoting that investment program or that business, it is also a red flag. Do not invest. Now I'm going to say 3 things concerning this first point, right? And it is more or less like a disclaimer, especially number 1 and 2. Number 1, the fact that a business owner or a founder of an investment program is not actively promoting that business does not mean it is a scam, right? It is only a red flag. And what does a red flag mean? It means you should watch out, you should be careful, right? You're about to enter an express lane. So if a founder is not actively promoting that business, it does not automatically guarantee that it is a scam. Number 2, if a founder is actively promoting that program or his business or investment program, does not automatically guarantee that it is legit, right? Now I'll go forward to say the number 3 point, and this is also very important. If a founder of an investment program is actively, he is known, he has his name and his face, everything, details about that investment, and he is actively promoting that investment, and the investment ends up crashing, it does not mean it has been a scam all along, right? Because I see a lot of people making this mistake. Mr. QQQ, you are a scammer. You have been scamming us all along, right? Look at the investment, how it just crashed. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the country you find yourself in. There are a lot of factors that could make or mar any business, right? We're talking about government policies, we're talking about competitor activities, we're talking about reputation of the company, unforeseen side glitches, a whole lot of things that could crumble any legitimate business, right? So this is the country we find ourselves in. I don't want to mention the name of the country, but your guess is as good as mine, right? There are a whole lot of factors that could make or mar any business, any legitimate business. So some of these founders that had their investment or their businesses crashing in the end, even after actively promoting it, may just be that they fell victim of the harsh business economy, right? Of the harsh business circumstances or unforeseen circumstances that is peculiar to our own environment here. Okay, so back to my number 1 point: do not invest in any business or investment program that the CEO is unknown. You cannot find a name or a picture of the CEO. It is a red flag. You need to watch out. Now straight to my number 2 point. Do not use all your life savings to invest in any investment. Wrong. It baffles me when I hear stories about people who committed suicide or people contemplating suicide, probably because they lost all their life savings in one investment program online or the other. What did these guys tell you? The problem with most of us is that We like anything that has juicy offers. We just jump in. Once we hear 5% daily, we hear 10% weekly, we hear 20% monthly, our hair will just stand. Now go and gather all our life savings, gather everything and give them go and take dash. Right? And then in the end of the day, when that investment crashes, you see people, their whole world crumbles. So what I will say is this: do not use all your life savings to invest in any online program or any investment at all. It is wrong. Point number 3. Do not rub shoulders with big investors. Do not rub shoulders with big investors. Everybody has their own financial strengths and capabilities, right? If your net worth is, say, $10,000 and you can only afford to invest in a program, you can only afford to invest, say, $4,000 or $5,000. You cannot go competing with somebody that is capable of investing $100,000, $500,000, or $1 million, right? This is wrong. I see a lot of people, when you invest, let's say that your net worth is $10,000 and you are able to invest $4,000 because you see somebody investing $20,000. In the next 1 week or 2 weeks, he's adding another $10,000. In the next few days, he's adding another $20,000. Genuinely, you know that what you can afford to invest is $4,000. You now start going around. Maybe you sell 1 or 2 properties. You now come up with $1,000. You add again. Tomorrow you sell another few properties. You come up with $2,000. You add again, because those people are adding and adding. Those people can afford to lose times 10 or probably times 20 of your net worth, not even what you are investing, right? When you see the likes of Dangote, the likes of Mark Zuckerberg losing billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars in a few hours, not even in a day, in a few hours, do you see them flinching? No, they can afford to lose all those things. But when you go ahead rubbing shoulders with them, when they lose and they don't flinch and you lose all your life savings, all your property that you sold just to come up with that capital, you lose it. What do you think you'll be thinking about doing next? So to buttress my point, do not rub shoulders with big investors. If it is $10,000, if it is $5,000, you genuinely know is your capabilities, your financial strength, go ahead and invest with it. Don't bother yourself about what other people are doing, right? So now to my next point. Do not spend your ROI when you've not fully recovered your investment capital, right? A lot of people make this mistake of enjoying, because one peculiar feature of online investment is that investors get paid their ROI, their returns on investment periodically. It could be daily, it could be weekly, whatever. So people make that mistake of spending that ROI, thinking they're enjoying life, not knowing that anything can go wrong at any time. So what I would recommend is this: create a separate account where you'll be putting in those ROIs. As you are being paid, you'll be depositing it in a separate account. Don't make the mistake of reinvesting that ROI into the same capital. No, create a separate account, deposit them there until you fully recover your capital. According to Robert Kiyosaki, the author of the Rich Dad Poor Dad series, you cannot spend your $10 until that $10 has made you another $10, and that second $10 has made you another $10. It's crazy, right? So once you fully recover your capital, use that recovered capital to look for another investment vehicle, to do another thing else, while you now focus on milking that initial capital. I hope you're getting this. So always bear this in mind. Do not spend your ROI when you've not fully recovered your capital. Okay? Now to my next point. Do not take a loan for any investment purpose. Don't take a loan for any online investment purpose. Investment is not a do or die affair. Okay? If you cannot invest today, you will invest tomorrow. If you cannot invest in one particular program today, you will invest in another one tomorrow. Online investment is a big risk. There is no such thing as a 100% secure investment, right? Take it to the World Health Organization, take it to the National Assembly, tell them Paul Stefano said so. There is no such thing as a 100% secure investment. I trust the banks, I trust the financial institutions. They will not give you a loan so you go and do any online investment. No. So why would you go and borrow from individuals, probably from family and friends, that will be shy about asking for their money when the investment crashes. Why would you want to do that? It's just plain wrong. The next point I have for you is this: do not invest more than 50% of your account balance for any investment platform. Right? I think I should share my own story. There is an investment platform that crashed recently. I was a victim of that. I don't want to mention the name so that some of you will not start crying all over again, because it really touched a lot of lives. I invested in that platform. I test run it initially. I invested a little amount of money, something I could afford to lose. So after a short period of time, I requested for a withdrawal. The money entered my account. It works. I was happy. I now made the mistake of depositing everything I had in my account. It was about times 20 of what I initially deposited. And frankly speaking, if not for the fact that I was actively engaged in other projects, I would have invested way more than that, right? But the mistake I made was I deposited everything I had in my account. And immediately I did that, I started hearing complaints, withdrawal delays, until the system eventually crashed. I couldn't withdraw, people could not withdraw, and that was how everybody's money disappeared. Do not invest more than 50% of your account balance. I remember having a mixed feeling, right? It was a bittersweet experience for me. I was sad, naturally. I was sad about losing my money, but for some reason, I was happy that I lost money, right? I remember thinking to myself, what sort of investment specialist would I be if I've never lost money, right? So I think that was what prompted me to make this video, so that I can share my experience coupled with other people's experiences so that people can learn. Do not invest more than 50% of your account balance for any online investment. Now to the last point I have for you. Don't use your school fees, don't use your house rent for any online investment. I must say this, okay? There is no such thing as 100% secure investment. Don't go thinking, this juicy offer is too good, I cannot afford to miss it. You gotta use your house rent, you gotta use your school fees. When the thing crashes, you're on your own. No, I know of a guy who was giving about 6 million naira to go and buy a car because he's a car agent. He was giving 6 million naira to buy a car. He used about 5.8 million for that same investment platform that I lost money. He used about 5.8 out of 6 million that somebody gave him. He used 5.8 million naira to invest so that he can be collecting the ROI and enjoying himself, not knowing that the investment was going to crash, and he lost all that money, right? So do not use your house rent, do not use your school fees or somebody's money to go and invest on an online platform. Did you learn anything from this video today? I'd like you to drop your comments, share your experience so that we can learn. Let me know which of these points stood out for you the most, and don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell notification so that you can get more insightful videos.